So I made a video 2 weeks ago telling you guys that I was moving back to Texas. I had a conversation with a couple of my friends back there that are also trying to get a place. And unfortunately, we just never were able to come up with an agreement. And the reason for that is, and again, people can spend their money on whatever they want, but a lot of people I know, the majority of people that I know, they live at home and they have a new car. Some of them even have two cars, like a race bike, a truck, and they just don't have any ambition to be able to kind of get after something and to get their own crib. And that was something that came up in the convo was that he was paying off this car $1,000 a month. Also, has got a festival coming up in May, and you can kind of see how moving out and into a crib is going to be difficult when you're paying those things. So then I kind of revisited the conversation yesterday, and I said, "Hey, what about March?" And one of them said, "Absolutely, I'm good to go in March." The other one said, "I'll let you know," which is obviously never the answer you want to hear because you kind of want a yes or a no. I mean, this is a big decision moving halfway across the country. But all I needed was a yes to get one roommate. I did want to get a townhouse. If the other guy follows through, then we're going to go ahead and do that. But a two bedroom's fine. I'm not going to make this about roommates and things like that. But basically, I just wanted to give you guys an update on my decision. Originally, I did actually want to jump to Texas like as soon as possible, but then I thought about it and I was like, I don't know if that's smart given that I'm suspended from YouTube. My suspension ends March 10th. NFL free agency is March 11th, so I'd literally be moving in like right before free agency, which is huge. Another reason why I didn't move right away is because someone in the Discord, the Swag Yell Discord, I wanted to move in with him and he wasn't quite ready, but for the complete opposite reason of the other guy. So the other guy kind of is doing stuff that like he doesn't really need to do, but the other one is basically invested into a trade and he just dropped like 10K kind of investing, getting tools and things like that, trying to run his own business, which is like completely justified. So he needed a couple more months. And I was like, perfect. I mean, the suspension ends in March. You'll be ready to go there and he'll be getting money back from his taxes as well. So yeah, that's the update on that. I mean, obviously the videos about dating are going to get way more views, but I don't want this channel to be about that. I want it to be about my life. And I don't need money or views for Swaggy Alt because my other channels are doing perfectly fine, right? I have a sponsorship, I have Instagram, Facebook. So I can make this just a personal brand, which yes, like you don't really personal brands are not good in 2026, but this doesn't like again, this is just it's for fun. So yeah, we're gonna talk about everything. And I want to end the video on two things. So the first one is gonna be my appearance. So if you look at my hair, I've been growing it out since August 6th. That was my last haircut. So you can see it's growing for sure. So I actually made an appointment on Monday to start my lock journey. And when I reached out to my previous stylist, I was expecting maybe like a two-strand twist at the very like maximum because I just didn't think I was gonna be able to start the lock journey. I didn't think it was long enough, but she said that it appears to be. So I'll go down for that appointment. Actually, it's not on Monday. Sorry, Sunday and Monday. There's a huge snowstorm coming, so it's gonna be sometime next week. But yeah, I'm definitely ready to go back to the locks. For those of you that haven't been following me for a long time, I had locks for 3 years, and it just became a lot to have to deal with. And where I'm at in my life right now is I've done a good job balancing out making money, done a good job balancing out on a diet, exercising again. And I just want every part of my life to be the best that it can. And I think I look the best with locks. I mean, sure, if I, could keep a hairstyle like this and do well dating, I mean, I probably would, but that's just not realistic if I'm being real with you. When I wear a hat and I go out, I get way more girls coming up and talking to me, like, pretty often versus when I just like, my hair does not look good. And you guys have been telling me that for a while, and it's like, I know. It's me, like, I definitely know that. So, yeah, I am gonna get it started. In terms of what I'm gonna look like, I'll give you guys a rough estimate, a sketch that I created. I'll pop it up, let's pop it up right here. So you guys can see, like, it's gonna look a lot better. Yes, I need to shave. I haven't been to the barber in like, I don't know, man, it's probably been like 3 weeks. So I need to get on top of that. I have been good with going every 2 weeks, but to this point, I just want the beard to grow. I want my hair to grow, and then we'll kind of go from there. And then the final thing that I want to address, and so I had a Discord call yesterday for the Swag Yelt Discord and server. Sorry, that sounded so weird, for the Swag Yelt server. And someone brought up something that was said in the comments about how I blew through all my savings when I was in Houston. That's actually completely not true. So what happened in Houston is that well, technically it is true because obviously I did actually run out of money, and I've said that publicly, so I don't know why that's like a rumor going around. It wasn't that I just all my money, I just spent it and lived a crazy lifestyle. I just lost all motivation for doing content. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, like I didn't have a purpose anymore. And I've since found that with Red Sox Palace, with Swag Yell. I've started to just love doing film reviews and breakdowns, which I didn't do when I lived in Texas. AI can't do that. It's not that advanced yet. So that's kind of the problem. And another problem is that I bought my friends things that I should not have done. It was completely inexcusable to be doing that. And it wasn't like I bought them like anything bad, but it's just I was just way too generous for people that I shouldn't have been. It's as simple as that. I also had a roommate that completely screwed me over and did not pay his portion of the rent. It wasn't individual lease, so they came for me, right? I was legally obligated to pay. I don't want to get into everything, but just bad decisions. If I'm being honest with you, and you live and learn at the end of the day. Now I know that, hey, look, when I'm back there, I've got to focus on me. I can't be saving anyone. Times are tough for everyone pretty much. So yeah, that's essentially what happened is no motivation, no adjustments to get around AI, spending money on I spent probably thousands of dollars alone on one of my friend, and he hasn't reached out to me once since I've been back. It's January 22nd. I moved out in mid-April. So that kind of says all you need to know. I don't make excuses. I am fully responsible for doing that. I'm the one that made the decision. But yeah, to say that I just blew through my savings would definitely not be true because not like I just went there with 100K. I had $20,000 saved up. I had just got out of college. So I graduated college December 2022. January, I was halfway across the country into my first apartment. So like coming out of college and getting a place right away is not like it's crazy or anything, but it's not like I didn't have a job lined up, man. I was doing YouTube and I had 20K in my bank and I made it from that point in time to mid-April. If my roommates were able to meet their side of the rent, I never would have moved. I'd still be in Texas right now. But it was either stay in Texas, get a 9 to 5, or move back home and figure YouTube out. And when I came back home, I actually struggled. I struggled for the first 4 months ish because I didn't know what to do. But then all of a sudden it started to click. My Instagram went viral, my Facebook monetized, my YouTube channel started to be stable. I had a good month. I got a sponsorship. I know if you guys saw my video 2 days ago, I mean, I did start talking to a girl that I thought I wanted to be with. It didn't work out, but again, man, so I'm grateful for the ability to have been able to come home and to live rent free and to build up my channels. But even though I'd struggled for those first 4 months, I still grinded. I got after every single day. I just have 6 monetized YouTube channels. I have 3 YouTube channels. Actually, that's a lie. I have 4 YouTube channels that are about to monetize, so that will be 10. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a good spot, but I don't. I no longer want to be in a spot where I'm just living rent free and doing what my friends are doing. I've got a friend with a new car, a race bike, another friend who has a truck, a Camaro. They can spend their money on whatever they want to, but I just personally don't want to do that. I want to be challenged. I want to be paying for my groceries and for my apartment and for renter's insurance and car insurance and utilities. I want to be able to go out, meet a girl, and like I hate when I go out and I meet some girls and it's like a girl that I'm into and her friends, and I'm not just gonna be able to bring a girl because that's kind of sus. Like I live 30 minutes away, so of course like all the girls come, and then it's just like I don't have a place. And again, I'm not getting into like what's kind of happened when I brought in girls over, but I will say that the first thing a girl asks me when I go out is, "Do I have my own place?" And usually they don't care, but it's just a respect thing for me. I know everyone's different, but I just find it that I'm being disrespectful if I bring a girl over to my family's place because their place, and it's just they're trying to sleep, and then the dogs wake up, the door comes open. So it's like I don't want to be doing that, and I'm sure people are going to understand where I'm coming from, man. So yeah, I wish I could have gone back and done things differently, but I didn't. And I have an opportunity to start over and to move back into the city that I loved and that understands me and respects me. I mean, my main source of income is the Houston Rockets, so I'll be 5 minutes away from the Toyota Center, which is where they play. So I just can't wait, man. I'm just amped up thinking about it. I don't know if I'm moving into a townhouse with two people or if I'm getting a two-bedroom with my friend. Yeah, so but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get my own apartment just because it just seems a little bit too risky right now. Do I have a bunch saved up? I mean, I have enough saved up, but like not anything crazy. So yeah, gonna go with the roommate thing. That allows me to kind of save up and understand the city a little bit more because I technically lived in Katy when I was in Texas, which is a 30-minute drive from Houston. So yeah, man, it's gonna be fun.